And one last thing about that as well, when you think of when you spoke about the beginning, I was watching the first episode as well, like I clicked 10 minutes, and I was watching first episode as well. And a few thoughts ran to my mind. One, I remember when we start again, like I had the first pod, I had my original pod, you was on there 3 times, but it didn't hit me until real time when I was on his couch. I was like, oh, like he's more talented in a different way of speaking than I am. And I never really realized until we was on the couch, whatever. And I was like, instead of me feeling threatened by the insecure, I was just like, again, that's why when you had these moments, I'm like, that nigga good. Like, I just got like it never really hit me until because again, when I was in the Ryan Q live space, it was a different form of conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
So here when
and that's your wheelhouse, storytelling,
Yeah.
smutting people, that type of dialogue. When you get in your zone, when you bitch this, we eliminated the word, we struck in front of our. It's getting better. But when you get in your pocket, I understand that that's your wheelhouse of being able to have that entertaining, captivating conversation of like breaking some shit down and still making it educational, essentially.
And I realize I'm just more of like a facilitator.
A facilitator,
and you are
yeah.
truly an orator. So I definitely give you
Look
that.
at him coming up with titles.
Nah, I definitely give you that respective skill set and craft.
Appreciate it.
Just
Yeah.
being, you know how to talk your shit for free.
And to going back to our first conversation, that's one of the things that we actually talked about. And just getting transparent for the audience, like that was one of my concerns when partner. I didn't want to have a co-host for that reason. I'm like, look, man, I kind of understand like what my goal be. Like I know how I want to approach the content as far as in like not even the content, because it's not even content, just conversations. I know how I want to approach conversations, and I don't never want somebody to feel like, you know, if I am, you know, because at the end of the day, we know what the end goal is, right? And we talked about that in the first conversation, and we didn't know how it would pan out. I didn't know how it would pan out, but you adjust it internally, like, because I don't know what you deal with, and I don't know what it's like to sit in your seat as you don't know what it's like to sit in my seat. But the fact that we was able to get to a year, and then we don't say like, oh, we get to a year, and just, nah, like, we developed a framework to where though now systematically is rinse and repeat. So you know how some motherfuckers get to a milestone and then it's like they start celebrating and like, yeah, we here. And it's like, no, we still understand that we still have to get 1% better at as often as fucking possible. So, you know, big shout out to you for that adjustment. And, you know, I had to adjust to a lot of things as well. And, you know, even it was more offset stuff, like just like really when it come down to having the meetings and respecting your fucking creativity. Used to being somebody that's a leader and just kind of like, all right, this is what I see, this is what I want to do, this is how we doing it. But now you like, yo, have you ever considered or did you think about? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going with Q-Way. And that's to the point where it's like, nigga, I come to you and it's like, I appreciate that most. Nigga, I consult with you. There's not too many people I consult with. I literally call you in real deal situations and consult with you. So
any time of the day.
Hey, like I respect all your boundaries, nigga. Like, give me some grace, motherfucker. 24/7. That's the luxury. That's the luxury of being friends, nigga. And call whatever. But no, you know what's even funnier though? Mainly I call him while you're at work.
Every time.
That's the fun. Like, it ain't like, so when he say any time of the day, it's not like I'm calling him at midnight and something. I respect that type of shit. I call him at 10 a.m. and I know he has a full-time job and I don't give a fuck. And I make him step out of meetings to take my call.
Then he calls a job.
I mean, he HR. Who they gonna tell? Corporate nigga.
Oh,
but yeah. So that was one of the things that was an adjustment for me, and that I'm grateful for because it helped me in relationships and friendships and all that. Like, all right, like even when I was in my relationship, it was helping me because I'm like, let me see things. Because I never was the guy that's like, it's my way or the highway. But just being more intentional about creating space where I don't like when I feel like people not being themselves around me. Like, if I got my core values in a relationship where it's like, you know, don't lie to me, don't think for me, you know, we keep everything in the house and stand on what you do. For friendship, it's the same, but it's also be yourself.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like we can be friends genuinely if you're not even being who you genuinely are around me, because it's like whoever you present yourself to be, that's the friend that I'm befriending, only to know that you're not even being who you are. So being around people that's comfortable within themselves, comfortable in their skin, whereas though they can, I don't give a fuck if you got an ego, because sometimes ego is necessary, but not to whereas though it's detrimental to the friendship. Like, I want you to feel like you that motherfucker, because like, that's cool. Feel like you the best at what you do. It's not a comparison. It's like you, I'm me.
Right.
I like being around motherfuckers that's so self-aware and so conscious of self and not self-conscious, to where though they so comfortable within themselves that they could be on what they on and be comfortable. So it's like, that's the thing that I feel like is mandatory. Like, I could be around somebody all day that's comfortable with who they are, because I'm comfortable who I am. So it's like, my personality don't have to be shut down. I don't have to tone it down a little bit because you're around, or you don't have to tone it down around me. Be your fucking self. And that's one of the things that I can say, like, that I could appreciate, because I'm like, I got certain people where I'm like, man, no matter what, that motherfucker is gonna be who he is, and because of that, I can hang around this motherfucker all day, every day. And the other people, if I'm noticing, like, they kind of sheltering themselves, or they kind of toning it down, or they trying to boast a little bit to try to poke their chests out or feel like that. I don't want to be around that energy. I could tolerate it a little bit because it's like, friendships can still be friendships, even if. But it's like, if you're not really being your 100% self, then are we really friends, or am I friends with your representative?
Facts. And it's also can't really gauge it.
Can't gauge it.
Fuck am I
Who
talking
who
to?
are you?
Yeah, like,